It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham! Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero! Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming to you once again from the Lebanon Ice Center, 20 minutes south of downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports in Greensburg. The nightcap of this Thursday night doubleheader brings us to Class 1A of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League. The Chartiers Valley Colts inching ever so close to another spot in the Penguins Cup playoffs for another season. They're at home taking on the Natalie-attired Plum Mustangs, decked out in those purple and gold uniforms, very reminiscent of the Jerry Buss era LA Kings threads from many years ago. And the Colts and the Mustangs will be out of the barn in just a few moments for their second regular season meeting between the two PIHL Class A Gold Division rivals. The Colts won a tight one in New Kensington at the Pittsburgh Ice Arena, 2-1 on October the 23rd. And with a win in regulation tonight, the Colts' magic number for clinching a playoff spot, which currently stands at 7, will be down to just 1. Plum, conversely, enters this Thursday night 1 point behind Greensburg-Salem for the final playoff spot in the Class A Gold Division. The top 7 in each of the two divisions get into the Penguins Cup playoffs. The division winners each get first-round byes. So Chartiers Valley is playing not just to reduce their own magic number, but they're playing for a chance to leapfrog Mars for that number 1 overall spot in the division, whereas Plum is trying to climb above the playoff line. The Mustangs, with more games in hand than any other team in Class A, 8 coming in tonight. They have more games in hand than any other team in their division, that is. Plum is 2-2 against those remaining opponents, including the Colts. Plum also has 5 games remaining against the 3 teams in their division that are currently tied for last place. So a lot of points on the table for Plum to take, and they've got to fight for every single one of them as they try to wrap up one of those final spots in the Penguins Cup tournament. Chartiers Valley, meanwhile, they come in trying to start a new winning streak after seeing their 12-game run snapped by Penguins Cup champion Avonworth. Dylan Szymanski, number 95 in white, the team captain for head coach Paul Benetti this season, one of many Colts who's really stepped up in a big way this season. Szymanski, 16 assists, tied for 4th in Class A in that category. 4 goals over his last 4 games, including CV's only goal in that loss to Avonworth. And you would forgive Chartiers Valley if this were a rebuilding year for them. They lost a lot of seniors. They lost some very talented underclassmen, including their leading scorer each of the last 2 seasons, but they keep humming along and they keep winning consistently. The Mustangs, however, only have 2 seniors. For their part, a 10-man junior class, and they have 4 players wearing the A for alternate captain and a junior captain and defenseman Max Keller. One of those alternate captains, number 19, A.J. Leah, is riding a 7-game point streak for Plum. He scored Plum's only goal the last time they faced the Chartiers Valley Colts back in late October. Leah, number 19 in purple, warming up in the mix off to our left. The goaltending matchup will pit a senior against a freshman sensation. Brody Gribben, a sophomore, against a freshman sensation, I should say, as Gribben, the sophomore, is going to get the call for head coach John Gratton. Gratton in his 3rd season, coming to the program from the Plum class of 09, coaching his alma mater. Paul Bonetti in year number 12 for the Colts as head coach. 2 separate tours of duty. He's going with rookie Ben Waldron. Once again, the Colts can overtake Mars for first place, and they can move to within 1 point of clinching a playoff spot with a regulation win tonight. The Mustangs, with a win of any kind, will leapfrog Greensburg-Salem for the final playoff spot in the Class A Gold Division. A lot at stake as we focus on the postseason picture here in the second half of the 25-26 season. Thank you, Austin McLean. The 5th and last Class A game to get underway tonight on the final day of Week 15. Certainly not the least. Both these teams trying to take control of their respective destinies. Chartiers Valley, 2 years removed from their first Penguins Cup since 1986. The Mustangs, a perennial under-the-radar team in Class A, trying to get back there the hard way. And once again, trying to fly nice and low on that proverbial radar. And Plum looking to get a big character win here. They've got to figure out ways to beat some of those teams in the playoff picture to improve their stead. Chartiers Valley playing with a chip on their shoulder, certainly after that hard loss to Avonworth in the North Hills last week. And we're underway. The Colts win the opening faceoff and move the puck right to left on your TV, computer, or mobile device as Szymanski fires it high off the outstretched glove hand of Gribben. Gribben, 6-4, 310 goals against, 889 save percentage, and 509 minutes of action. on a personal 4-game winning streak, a .250 GAA, a .914 save percentage in that span. He's really picked up his game. Mustangs get it out of their zone. Leah giving chase. Gavin Waldron meeting him in the corner. Szymanski hitting Leah up high. AJ Leah protecting that puck for Colby Bardos, the 2026 All-Star. Losing that battle to Chartiers Valley, and Vinny Venero, the exciting sophomore, plays it up to center. Venero also getting an All-Star nod for his team this year. 15 points in 14 games. Both teams changing on the fly as Alex Amon puts it off a CV body, that of Jake Shedlock. This puck floats off the boards to the right of Waldron. Colts break it out for Jackson Chory. Speaking of breaking out, what a junior year for Chory. 16 goals to lead CV, obliterating his career high. Among the top 10 in Class 1A as that shot by Venero goes wide of goal. And we get a stoppage here, a minute 35 in, and possibly our first penalty of this second game in Mount Lebanon. Hooking the indication. Alex Ladon, the junior, an alternate captain, will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. Chartiers Valley to the first penny power play of the game. They are 29.7% on the year, 6th in the 23-team Class A circuit. Held off a skate. Venero with space. That save made by Gribben. The rebound, they try to go 5-hole, do the Colts. Tornabin unable to ram it in. Gribben was sitting on top of that puck inside the crease. Plum 16th on the PK this season, 72.5%. Another face-off win to Held through a crowd. That goes wide. Bryce Wichterman to the point for Held high off the glass. Colts have the rebound. Held just inside the line, gets rid of it for Wichterman. Back to Tyler Held from center point. I'll take that, thank you very much, says the Soph. Gribben with 33 saves and that tough luck loss to CV back on the 23rd of October. Plum was 4 for 4 on the penalty kill in that game. Colts with the early man advantage. Held for Wichterman. This unit staying out here for Paul Benetti. Jackson Chory with it for Venero. Wichterman for Held. Venero from the circle. And from a sharp angle he misses, and the rebound comes all the way deep into Colts territory, midway through the minor penalty on Ladon. Lead pass to Venero. Venero from a sharp angle. That save made by Gribben. Wichterman up high for Held. Held for Wichterman. Wichterman across for Venero. Venero for Tornabin, who couldn't handle that pass, but Chory recovers it for the Colts. Held from the point. That one was blocked, and Gribben snatches it out of the atmosphere. Tyler Bardos with good gap control there, taking away that shot attempt by Tyler Held, and Gribben with another nifty save early on here. Chartiers Valley with the first 6 shots of this hockey game. Nothing to show for it just yet. Another face-off win by the Colts. Joey DeAngelis pressured and dispossessed by Colby Bardos. DeAngelis with Bardos on top of him, playing up behind his own net, and credit Bardos for essentially killing off the rest of that penalty. Gribben knocks it aside, and the teams are back to full strength. Still scoreless early in Mount Lebanon. Leah and Plum winning that puck battle deep in their own zone. Cross ice it comes to Colby Bardos. Bardos across now, and it's worked up to the point for Smith. Smith into the glove hand of Waldron. Anthony Smith, the senior blue liner, thwarted by the freshman. Waldron 10-1 as a freshman, tied for the second most wins among Class A goaltenders, 196 goals against, ranking fourth, .903 save percentage, and 1 shutout to his credit. We were here earlier this season for his varsity debut, a 40-save overtime win over Avonworth here on TenbandTV, and what a debut it was. And Ben Waldron, yet another example of a player not necessarily expected to do a ton for CV this season, but has really ramped it up in a big way and taking even his own coaching staff by surprise, I think, to some degree. Well, the Colts this year with literally as many defensemen on the roster as forwards, and a lot of those defensemen playing a lot of two-way hockey. And somehow Paul Benetti continues to make it work. Icing on Chartiers Valley. And that's not even accounting for the fact that Darian Stroh-Snyder, one of the regulars in that CV lineup, is still serving out the remainder of a 4-game suspension. This will be the last game he misses, in fact, before returning to the lineup for the Colts. Chori with a dump in. Gribben settles it down and hurries to play along to his defenseman Pushik. Scott Pushik unable to exit the zone. It's overtaken by Chori, who throws it right into the stomach of goaltender Gribben. For Marion McLean, the USA Hockey crew pulling double duty tonight. Drop the puck to Gribben's right. Mustangs get the clear. Shedlock with a quick dump in. Smith from his own corner in front of those Colts senior banners. Those 8 players, by the way, will be honored on TenbandTV pregame next Thursday night. Matt Vandriak will have the call of that one. Smith from the same corner for Ladon. Ladon outletting for Tyler Bardos. Bardos deferring to Alex Amon. Mustangs have to regroup. DeAngelis wearing the A for CV, playing that puck off the glass. It's loose right in front of Gribben, and Gribben had to be careful there. Joey's brother Chris, a former 2-time team captain for the Colts, part of that Penguins Cup championship team a couple of seasons ago. Outlet pass intended for Venero. And a hard hit on one of the Colts. Another penalty coming up on Plum with 10:22 to go in the first, and Waldron retaliates. Gavin, that is. One of the Mustangs got dumped against the boards at the end of that play. That was Anthony Smith. And for the second time tonight, the Colts go to the penny power play. This time, it's the captain, Max Keller, who will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. Keller, a very accomplished defenseman, a captain of his S-Mark Stars amateur team, in addition to his captaincy at Plum High School. Goals in 3 straight for him, points in 5 straight for that matter. But he's got to sweat it out for the next couple minutes and watch his penalty killers go back to work in a scoreless game with 10 to go in period 1. Plum getting the clear. Ladon doing yeoman's work. Held and Tyler Bartos collide. Held across two lines for Chori. Chori on his backhand. For Tyler Held. Held to the corner for Szymanski. Szymanski from an angle. Gribben with that save. Colts have the rebound. Venero up top for Held. Held through traffic. It takes a bounce, and Gribben retaliating against the Colts as one of the Chartiers Valley forwards was knocked down at or after the whistle. Cross-checking, by the way, was the official call against Keller, and we're about to find out if he'll have company. Now, fortunately for the Mustangs' sake, he will not. Colts win the draw midway through the Penny power play. Held's one-timer blocked by Will Amon. Held just inside the line. Venero around a prone Amon. Held through a crowd. How did Gribben see that one? Not sure if that hit the man in front or if it ricocheted off Gribben's equipment, but bottom line, it's out of play, and another face-off in Plum territory forthcoming. Brody Gribben and the Plum Mustangs playing rope-a-dope early on, trying to keep the Colts power play off the board for a second time early in this game. Held in front, deflected wide by Chori, who was well marked. Wichterman with the unforced error. 30 to go in the power play. Venero out for Held. Held somehow retains possession. Waits and watches. Leaves it for Venero. Venero to Held. Held through a crowd, deflected wide. They're trying to take away Gribben's eyes, any way they can. The Mustangs having none of it, as it's cleared again by Ladon. John Gratton wants fresh penalty killers out there midway through a scoreless first. Actually, he won't have any penalty killers at all because the penalty's over. Mustangs continuing to hold their own defensively. Wichterman knocked off balance. Cole Tomaine from his own zone. Andy Varengia losing sight of that puck at center. Ryan Viola trying to exit his zone. Turned over to Joey Massarelli. Chori unable to cross the line. Shedlock retreating in haste. Cross ice to DeAngelis, his defensive partner. Viola deflects it into the Plum zone. Massarelli from behind his own goal. Lost it to Tornabin. Viola watches it go up those boards to Tomaine. Tomaine to center. Varengia reaching for it. The alternate captain overtaken by Tornabin. And Liam McMahon forced to retreat. Colts trying to complete a change as Dino Foligno, the rookie defenseman, is hobbled a bit, but dumps this puck. Smith there in plenty of time for the Mustangs. This puck airborne now as Shedlock goes to the corner to corral it. Leah taken down. Gratton unhappy there wasn't a penalty there as time winds down in period one. Smith trying to set up his man in the corner there. That was Lewis, the freshman. Josh Lewis with 8 points in his first varsity campaign. Actually had a game-winning goal in his varsity debut, against Greensburg-Salem. Icing on the Colts, and Plum swept the regular season series from the Mustangs, who are winners of 5 in a row entering this Thursday night. Greensburg-Salem idle tonight Again, if Plum wins in any fashion, they will move past Salem for the final playoff spot and 1A gold. Chartiers Valley, with a regulation win, can move to within 1 point of clinching a Penguins Cup playoff berth. Going into that big senior night showdown with current division leader Mars. Face off to Waldron's left, controlled by CV. Venero sends it in on his backhand. Szymanski collecting it. Szymanski through a crowd, and Gribben just got to that one in time. Leah up the left wing, around Held. Good poke check, though, by Held, reaching back to knock that puck away from the All-Star. Colts are going to take their chances with the own zone face-off as we remain scoreless here in Lebo. Last year, 250,000 unique viewers watched live and on-demand coverage of the All-Star event on TenbandTV. You can maximize your brand exposure across Western PA by sponsoring our 2026 PIHL All-Star coverage. Email sales@tenbandmedia.com to learn more and watch the 2026 PIHL All-Star Games live from the RMU Island Sports Center Sunday, January 25th, beginning at noon, always free on TenbandTV. And be sure to join us Wednesday, January 21st at 7 at 31 Sports Bar and Grill in Bridgeville for the All-Star Selection Show, co-hosted by myself and Jeff Verzilla. Colts, meanwhile, on the attack. Tornabin trying to shovel it upstairs as that missed. Held, forcing the save by Gribben. Plum clearing it. And this will be just enough for icing in the final 5 minutes of period one. A 10-1 shot advantage early for the home team, but the visiting Tendy is still slamming the door. Brody Gribben looking for his 5th consecutive win individually, and now Plum will go to the penny power play for the first time tonight, and that's the way these things go. If you don't take advantage of those power plays when they pile up for you, chances are the next one's going your opponent's way. John Moretti, the sophomore, off for tripping, in case you couldn't hear Austin McLean. Plum with 57 power plays drawn this season, second most actually in Class A. Their 13 power play goals as a team, tied for the second most in 1A, entering tonight. Colts with a top 5 penalty kill coming in, 81.5%. They were 5 for 6 on the PK the last time these teams met. Keller over the attacking line for Plum. Cut off by Shedlock, and Waldron will play that puck conservatively. Just a second shot on goal officially for Plum in this first period. And Colts have only allowed 4 first period goals all season, which is just staggering. Both these teams very strong defensively, especially Plum in their recent form. Mustangs on the penny power play late in period one. Venero nearly forcing the steal at center. Keller over the line. Keller with a backhand pass. That shot blocked. Colby Bardos was trying to pull the trigger, but could not. CV gets the clear. Paul Benetti quickly changing penalty killers with 50 to go in the minor on Moretti. And there goes the penny power play. Elbowing indicated. And Keller's giving both the officials and his coaching staff the old who me. Second penalty he's taken in this opening frame. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 44 more seconds, and then we'll see if the third time is the charm for the Colts on the penny power play, barring further developments. Will Amon breaks it out to brother Alex. Waldron fumbles that puck a bit, but recovers. Half a minute left in the 4-on-4. Ladon off the face-off win. That shot blocked by Held. Tornabin plays it around the Plum defenseman. Chori from the boards to Szymanski. Szymanski around the dasher for Tyler Held. Held on the half wall. One of the premier offensive defensemen in the PIHL the last couple of seasons. And it was his goal in overtime that won the Penguins Cup in 2024 for CV. Turnover at the side of the net, out in front. A save by Waldron, point blank, but a penalty forthcoming. The sloppy turnover leads to another 4-on-4 situation, and so the truncated power play for the Colts disappears very quickly. Plum's been in a groove from a penalty killing standpoint. They were 6 of 7 against West A in their victory last Thursday night. And it's the CV captain, Dylan Szymanski, going off for tripping. So we'll play about a minute of 4-on-4 as Anthony Smith nuzzles that nylon from 40 feet. 1-0 Mustangs, and these pretzels are making me thirsty. Plum takes advantage of the extra open ice, and they quiet the crowd here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Smith, the senior defenseman, with his first goal since January 27th of last calendar year. He had 4 points this season coming in. A 4-on-4 goal puts Plum on top, and again, just the 5th first period goal allowed by Chartiers Valley this season.
Plum goals for number 35, Anthony Smith. Assisted by number 78, Colton Tomei, time of the goal, 2:28. Smith from Tomei at 2:28.
Colts off the face-off looking for an equalizer. Gribben equal to the task. Chori from the circle, fans on the attempted shot from his off wing. Massarelli, poke check by Chori. 15 to go in the 4-on-4 as Shedlock retrieves this puck deep in his own territory. Plum about to go on the penny power play as Venero fires hard and wide. Shedlock again on the retreat. Colts on the penalty kill, though they've been known to press shorthanded. Colby Bardos stood up by Jake Shedlock. CV just going to ice the puck this time. Tyler Bardos trying to move around DeAngelis. Kept inside the zone by Keller. Waldron making the glove save as one of the Mustangs was knocked down at the whistle. 26 to go and the penalty on Szymanski. Plum 1-0 over Chartiers Valley late in period one. Officially Anthony Smith from Massarelli and Tomei. And congratulations to Tomei on his first ever varsity point. Tyler Bardos sending it up the near side for Colby. Tyler with it one more time for Plum. He's knocked off balance. One more clear by Held, and that does it. Szymanski exits to his own bench. Team's back to full strength. Half a minute left in the first. Callum Staub fighting for possession with Leah. Held retreating, 15 to go. Held taking his time, saucer pass to nobody in particular, and we'll have one more face-off with 2.5 ticks to talk in Chartiers Valley ice. Well, Plum needed to rewrite the script, and they've done just that to start. They've got the upper hand on one of the stronger first-period teams in the PIHL, thanks to great saves by Brody Gribben and a goal by Anthony Smith. Mustangs 1, Colts nothing. Matt Popchock here for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports Greensburg.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar, keeping an eye on your
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
The side switch has occurred, and we are back to action at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Plum taking a 1-0 lead over Chartiers Valley as these Class A Gold Division combatants square off. Colts needing a regulation win to narrow their path to officially clinching a playoff berth. Plum needing a win of any kind to climb above the playoff line this evening. Austin Tornabin ahead for Jackson Shorey. First period shots on goal favoring the Colts by a 10-6 count, but the only one that counted came off the stick of Anthony Smith. His first goal in nearly a whole calendar year for the Mustangs. Tornabin chips it around Leah. Tornabin to the corner. Keller gets positioning on him. Out in front it comes, and it's put just wide by Viola. Sent to the corner by the sophomore. Szymanski plays that one past everything and everybody. Held shot, deflected right to Venero. Venero trying to go upstairs. Held to Venero. Venero's turnaround shot blocked by Keller. Held with the keep. Held. That hit Wichterman in front. Wichterman no worse for the wear. Missing the net. Colts changing on the fly. Glove down legally by Held at center, but he turns it over to Leah. Leah checked by Waldron. Waldron lost his stick, and Held working him over in the corner. Venero gets his digs in. Venero up to center now, surrounded by purple shirts. He'll take the hit from Ledon and send it around the boards. Colts in the midst of another line change, and that line change might not have been legal. Paul Bonetti literally up in arms as CV is called for too many men. 2 minutes into period 2. Mustangs going on their third penny power play of the night. They're 0 for 2 to this juncture. Paul Bonetti will agree to disagree as Shedlock serves the bench minor. Off the draw, finding metal but not mesh was Leah. Ledon and the Mustangs on the penny power play. Alex Amon fanning on that shot. And the other number 8, Chori, clears the zone for the Colts. Ledon with a dump in. DeAngelis with the clear. Gribben leaves it for his defenseman. Smith from center. And not prepared to take that pass was Bardos. He was in an offside position, and that gives CV another chance to clear the zone, which they do midway through this bench minor. Colby Bardos unable to fight off DeAngelis. Plum coaching staff wanting another penalty there, none forthcoming. Colby Bardos from the half wall. A yard sale in front of the CV senior banners as the Colts once again get it through center. Keller, pressured by Gavin Waldron, playing this puck on one hand now for Massarelli. 20 to go in the power play, and the Colts are really slamming the door here on special teams. Both teams about to go to 0 for 3 on the man advantage. So Shedlock has done his duty, and it remains a one-goal contest. Szymanski tying up one of the Mustangs against the boards. Side of the net. Ben Waldron bracing himself, but the shot never made it on target. Mustangs complete a change. Szymanski sending it around the boards and up to center. Keller anticipating to Colby Bardos. Bardos will dump. Varengio will chase. Leah from the corner. Out in front for Varengia. That shot blocked by DeAngelis. Colts unable to clear. Cross ice it comes for Keller. DeAngelis one more time. And he'll be content to ice this puck for the Colts 5 minutes in to period 2. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is locally owned and operated and focused on serving the community. Play It Again Sports buys, sells, and trades used and new sports equipment and fitness gear and passes along the savings to you. Their large inventory, customer service, and wide selection of major brands will keep you coming back for years. Open 7 days a week. Visit them on 6041 Route 30 or visit them online at playitagainsports.com. Hit locations and hit Greensburg. Waldron freezing that puck. Waldron, one of 6 Chartiers Valley All-Star selections in 2026. And what an honor for the freshman. The Mustangs with 3 All-Stars of their own this year. Colby Bardos, Leah, and Ledon. Shedlock Ahead for Viola, for Chori. Chori dumps it in off Gribben. Matt Amon, one of 3 by that surname on the Plum roster, playing that puck deep into Chartiers Valley territory. Awkward bounce back to goaltender Waldron. Played along for Held, and eventually up to Chori. Chori dumps it in. Viola after it. Scott Pushik to center for Tomaine. Mustangs changing behind the play. Held. Bit of a risky pass there to Tornabin. Tornabin under pressure has to get rid of it for Viola. Trey Harchick, the freshman, earning possession for Plum, but the Mustangs are unable to get a shot on goal, and the Colts play it up to center red. Wichterman, the varsity newcomer. Deep in the Plum zone, it's kicked at by DeAngelis. And the Colts send it in one more time past Gribben. Connor Riley, the junior, on now for John Gratton. Penalty coming up against the Colts. Smith through a crowd, and Waldron was just able to make a save there and gives one of the Mustangs in front a little whack. That was Riley, drawing that attention from the Colts netminder. Penny power play number 4 for Plum, leading 1-0 with just over 10 till the ice cut. Colts, the 4th most penalized team in Class 1A coming in with 210 PIMs as a team entering Thursday. Mustangs trying to take advantage and pad their lead here in a difficult environment. Massarelli forcing the save, and the long rebound is played off the stick of Leah by Chori, but the Mustangs keep it in the zone. One-timer just missed, fired barely by Tyler Bardos. What a gorgeous goal that would have been, too. Tyler with it to the corner for Colby Bardos. Bardos taken for a ride by Szymanski, but the Mustangs still have this puck. Massarelli, stick check by Tornabin. Massarelli from left point for Tyler Bardos. Back to Massarelli. Massarelli through a crowd. That went off one of the Mustangs. That was Colby, I believe. And Chori gets it the length of the ice midway through this Penny power play. Colts change penalty killers. Leah brings it over the line. Centering pass off a couple of skates and sticks. Massarelli protects this puck inside his own line. Approaching the midpoint of this period and game. The late contest at Mount Lebanon Ice Center. And a convenient bounce there to Bardos, but he buries it right in the equipment of Ben Waldron. With Plum leading Chartiers Valley 1-0 on a late first period goal by Anthony Smith. Plum so far playing a really solid road game. You got to give them credit and trying the patience of this Colts team, which is moments away from killing off a 4th penalty tonight out of 4. Ladon from center. Looking for that one was Lewis. Amon unable to shoot it cleanly on net, and the Colts are back to full strength. Outlet pass to Venero. Venero with some room on the right side. That shot blocked by Ladon, out of play. And as the terrestrial clock strikes 10, we will remind you that we'll be seeing Chartiers Valley again next week at 7:10 Eastern Time against the first place Mars Planets.
Chartiers Valley Senior Night 2026. And special thanks to Matt Vandriak for filling in next Thursday night for a standalone edition of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. Colts trying to leapfrog Mars for first place with a win tonight, but having their hands full with the upstart Mustangs. Foligno reaching for that one. McMahon able to keep it at bay. Varengia gets it deep for Plum. Mustangs changing on the go. Under 7 minutes till the ice cut. Staub over the line, surrounded by Mustangs. Chori from the corner, out in front. Staub unable to handle that pass. Colts were looking for the backdoor play there, but it was not to be. Viola from the corner. Viola trying to work it out in front. Viola held by one of the Amons. That was Matthew, I believe. Held. Keeps that puck in play for CV. Tornabin from the circle, off a Plum body. Keller doing enough to mess with his mojo. And Chartiers Valley restarts the rush. Drop pass to Viola. One-timer put wide by Held. DeAngelis wide of goal. Held with the rebound. Chori on his backhand. Viola unable to shoot it. Matt Amon getting the stick in the way. Icing on Plum. One of the better shifts there of the entire game for Chartiers Valley, but still stymied defensively by a Plum team that's been playing pretty inspired hockey of late as they climb their way back into the playoff chase. Mustangs trying to be road warriors tonight. They've got 3 of their next 4 away from New Ken, including this game. And as we said in pregame, a lot of games against the lower standing teams, a lot of chances to gain ground on those bubble teams in Class A Gold. Hard check on Leah in the corner. Plum keeps the puck, however. Ladon through center, winding his way over the line. Ladon double teamed as the puck is deflected behind the Colts cage. Colby Bardos from his own bench fires, and that's deflected up into the netting behind Ben Waldron. Last year, 250,000 unique viewers watched live and on-demand coverage of the PIHL All-Star Games on TenbandTV. Maximize your brand exposure across Western PA by sponsoring our 2026 PIHL All-Star coverage. Email sales@tenbandmedia.com to learn more and watch the 2026 PIHL All-Star Games live from the RMU Island Sports Center Sunday, January 25th, beginning at noon, always free on TenbandTV. And join us next Wednesday, January 21st at 7 p.m. at 31 Sports Bar and Grill in Bridgeville for the PIHL All-Star Selection Show. All the All-Star team coaches will draft their All-Star teams, essentially, out of the players that have been selected for the event. Looking forward to working with Channel 4's Jeff Rosilla, Pine Richland Hockey Club president, on that broadcast. Doing a little something different as we approach All-Star Sunday this year, and we hope you enjoy it. Always free on TenbandTV. Tornabin from in deep. Toward goal, Gribben the save. Colts fighting for the rebound. Tyler Bardos protecting that puck from Held. Out in front it comes, and the shot airmailed by Amon. It's loose in front, and somehow it didn't cross the line. Keller forces the save from Waldron. Apparently that puck didn't go off the netting behind Ben Waldron. It stayed in play And Plum nearly doubled its lead off a very, very odd bounce. Gribben knocks that aside easily with 4 minutes left in the period. Szymanski gets rid of it quickly to Tyler Held. Colts carefully onside. Gribben making that stop. Szymanski forced back to center. Zach Eftimitis, the junior defenseman, playing it in off his backhand. Staub knocked down. DeAngelis, mountain of a young man that he is, outletting for Eftimitis. Eftimitis couldn't take it. It's icing on Chartiers Valley. DeAngelis playing in career game number 60 as a Colts varsity skater tonight. Ben Waldron at the other end of the scale making that save. A first-year varsity goaltender and a first-year starter for Paul Benetti. And what a first year it's been. Alex Ladon sending that puck deep. Varengia working over Shedlock in the corner. Up it comes to Gavin Waldron. Shedlock with a dump in late in the second period. Ladon behind his own goal. Shedlock from center. DeAngelis with a little worm burner there that's scooped up by Gribben. Now, if you were to compile a list of all-star snubs, arguably, you might put Gribben on that list, at least at the moment. He's played some inspired hockey in goal once again here for Plum tonight. Only so many spots to go around on those all-star teams. Chori from the side of the net, unable to finish, and we have a whistle here and a stoppage in play as Chori's stick, was broken in two. And Colby Bardos is getting the gate. Slashing, as you might guess, the call. A fourth penny power play for the Chartiers Valley Colts. They are 0 for 3. And this will last all but the remainder of the second period. Tornabin tied up in the circle. Keller off the glass and off the netting. A break there for the Colts. CV wins the draw. Held. Back to Szymanski. Szymanski upstairs. Gribben, found it. And he's got it in that left hand. 17 saves and counting for the sophomore. Trying to steal a big win on the road tonight for Plum. Szymanski right into the logo. And so we'll do it again from the same spot. Mustangs work it back to center. Leah knocked off that puck by Venero. Szymanski puts it in off the equipment of Gribben. Keller off the boards, off the official, and the Colts briefly were able to keep it in the zone, but the point now moot. Tornabin double teamed at center. Chori for Held. Held pursues this puck to the corner. Held for Szymanski. Szymanski, score! You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. The captain scores on the penny power play, and Chartiers Valley ties the game late in the second period. Tournament might have tipped it in which case it'll be the 13th of the year for the All-Star senior. Szymanski, in any event, will get point number 25 on his senior season. And we've got a 1-1 game with 1 minute to play before we cut the ice at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. For now, it is Szymanski's goal, his 9th of the season and 4th of the power play variety. From the off wing, that shot by Chori is blocked in front by Ladon. Held has the rebound for CV. Held behind the net. Wraparound try. Oh, an alert save there by Gribben. Steal by Tornabin. Mustangs able to use the glass to their advantage. 20 to go in the period. Will Amon underneath the stick of Colby Bardos. Alex Amon couldn't get to that one. Szymanski will. Ladon gets that puck afloat. 7 seconds left. Somebody without a stick. Oh, that's Waldron without a goaltender's stick. Oh, that could have been trouble big time for CV. And the Colts will ice this puck right at the expiry of period 2. Special teams heroics late by Dylan Szymanski. Make that 5 goals in his last 5 games. And we've got a 1-1 game, the Colts and the Mustangs here in Mount Lebanon. Matt Popchock bringing it to you on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports in Greensburg.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Skate. Venero with space. That save made by Gribben. The rebound. They try to go 5-hole. Do the Colts. Tornabin unable to ram it in. Gribben was sitting on top of that puck. Held just inside the line. Gets rid of it for Wichterman. Back to Tyler Held. Held from center point. I'll take that. Thank you very much, says Nassaf. But Chori recovers it for the Colts. Held from the point. That one was blocked. And Gribben snatches it out of the atmosphere. Outlet pass intended for Venero. And a hard hit on one of the Colts. Another penalty. Colts have the rebound. Venero up top for Held. Held through traffic. It takes a bounce, and Gribben retaliating against the Colts as one of the Chartiers Valley forwards was knocked down at or after the whistle. Turnover at the side of the net.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. Utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero! Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. Utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is locally owned and operated and focused on serving the community. Play It Again Sports buys, sells, and trades used and new sports equipment and fitness gear and passes along the savings to you. Their large inventory, customer service, and wide selection of major brands will keep you coming back for years. Open 7 days a week. Visit them on 6041 Route 30 or visit them online at playitagainsports.com. Click locations and click Greensburg, PA. Matt Popchock here, coming into the home stretch of Week 15 on PIHL Hockey Night Live here on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports Greensburg. On a night when the Chartiers Valley Colts are trying to erase a 1-point deficit for the division lead, trying to reduce their magic playoff clinching number to 1. And on the night when the Plum Mustangs are trying to erase a 1-point deficit for the final playoff berth in Class A Gold, each team has only one goal. So it goes as we get ready for period 3, overlooking the freshly cut ice at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Second period shots on goal, Plum with 10, Chartiers Valley with 9. Game totals, Chartiers Valley officially with 19, Plum with 15. Anthony Smith's first period goal negated late in the second on the penny power play by Dylan Szymanski, the CV captain, set up by alternate captain and fellow all-star Tyler Held. Colts doing what they've been doing all year long en route to 12 wins in 14 games, getting offense from their defense. There's a lot of versatility in that Colts lineup, and again, with all the roster attrition from last year, they really haven't had much of a choice. They've had players take on more responsibility and step into slightly different roles, and the machinery keeps on humming, and the Colts are trying to rally for an important victory here, and equally important to the Mustangs as they try to fight for their season. Plum coming in with 7 wins in 12 games, 19 points overall. Chartiers Valley with 36 points, 1 back of Mars, which invades the Mount Lebanon Ice Center for a CV Senior Night next Thursday on TenbandTV. After a hard hit in the corner, the puck is iced legally by the Colts. Outlet pass to Leah, and it just kind of hits a wet spot in the neutral zone. A break for Chartiers Valley. Tornabin puts it wide of the net, and one of the Colts knocked down by Captain Keller, and Keller picks up a 3rd minor penalty tonight, tripping the call just 34 seconds in. Austin Tornabin a bit slow to get up and favoring his right leg a bit as he tries to shake it off. Plum had done such a phenomenal job early in this game of weathering the storm on special teams, but the Colts getting that late power play goal in the second period from Szymanski, and now they've got a chance to take their first lead of the night.
Plum penalty number 41, Max Power, 2-minute minor for Tripping. Chartiers Valley penalty number 40, Austin Tornabin. It's a minute this month on Sports Line. Time of penalty 16-26.
Oh, and all of that, Tornabin picked up a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, a 10-minute penalty, in fact. It will not impact the CV power play. That still stands. Perhaps some salty language being hurled in the direction of officials Farmary and McLean. Insult to injury there for Tornabin as the Mustangs play it into the CV zone. Leah unable to get to that puck on time. Chartiers Valley on the penny power play once again early in the 3rd period. Venero from an angle off the side of the net. Ledon collects it and clears it for Plum. Held. Near side for Eftimitis. A miscue there by Venero. Chori up for Tyler Held. Held up the right wing. Chased by Tyler Bardos. Held has it for CV from an angle. Gribben makes that save. The rebound not cleared. Chori to the corner. Resetting for Tyler Held. Held with room. Fires. Save made. The rebound still available and put wide. Plum somehow survives that fracas midway through this minor penalty on Keller. Lead pass to Viola. Viola from behind the net. All the passing lanes shut down. Cleared by Bardos. Shedlock over the attacking line, trailed by Venero. Shedlock creating space, firing on Gribben, who freezes it. And don't forget some of the saves, that Gribben made early in this game on some of those Char Valley power plays. It's been a goalie duel here in game number 2 tonight, an underclassman goalie duel at that. Sophomore Gribben against CV freshman Ben Waldron. DeAngelis from the corner. Out in front, it's loose and cleared. That went right to the stick of Colby Bardos, with his goaltender leaning the wrong way. Another penalty coming up. And one of the Mustangs is down, out of view. Brody Gribben going immediately to check on his goaltender, as some of the Chartiers Valley fans are having words after the fact. And so we'll take a timeout here with the Colts and Plum Mustangs tied at 1 early in the third period on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Gavin Waldron, not surprisingly, picking up a 2 and a 10 for boarding. Will Amon, helped off the ice by his Plum teammates moments ago, being looked at beyond the Plum bench by the on-duty EMT. Mustangs to the penny power play. Waldron making a save there as it's cleared by Joey DeAngelis. A game with playoff implications for both teams, getting predictably chippy. Colby Bardos back to center. Chartiers Valley, 4 of 4 on the PK, entering the third period as this puck is dislodged by the defenseman Wichterman, and another penalty coming up on the Mustangs. And the 5th Plum power play is short-lived. Penalty box is like Studio 54. It's the place to be. Smith, who has the goal in this game, the lone one for Plum, will be sent off, tripping the call. John Gratton not happy about it in the least. So we'll play 70 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, barring further developments. Then a 5th power play, an abbreviated one, goes the way of the Colts. And I believe Paul Bonetti is using his timeout to draw something up on special teams. We'll take a timeout as well with a score 1-1 between the Colts and Mustangs. PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
And the reason Paul Bonetti wanted to draw something up on special teams is because the Colts are getting a penny power play after all. Plum being assessed a bench penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, and the Colts have a 4-on-3 advantage. That shot by Szymanski missing. Long rebound goes beyond the Plum blue line. Chance possibly shorthanded for Keller. Held, cuts him off. Keller unable to draw a penalty there as it's outletted for Szymanski. Szymanski cross ice for Venero, who was offside on himself more or less. Held over the attacking line. Held from the circle. Gribben makes that save. Leo wins the draw and clears it for the Mustangs. Big moment there early in this third period. And in 10 more seconds, the 4-on-3 will become a 5-on-3 as Held fires off the tip of the glove hand of Brody Gribben, the Plum goaltender. Mustangs with another clear. Waldron keeps it in front of him for Venero. Wichterman over the line. Chartiers Valley with a 2-man advantage as it's deflected wide by Venero. Szymanski to the corner. Awkward bounce off the partition. Szymanski out in front for Vinny Venero. Venero waiting and watching, dropping for Held. Held looking for space. Fires it off a skate and it's cleared by Keller. 15 to go. Colts need to hurry. Wichterman for Held. Held shooting, that's blocked. Good gap by Tyler Bardos. And he clears it back to center. Huge penalty kill by the Mustangs with under 11 and a half to go in regulation. Tyler Bardos knocked down in the corner. And Chartiers Valley's going back to the box. Roughing the call against Vinny Venero. We told you that the Colts throughout the course of the season had had a tough time staying out of trouble penalty-wise, and that continues to be the case in this third period. Plum with penalty troubles of their own, but they've got a chance to take the lead here coming off a big penalty kill, killing off a 2-man penny power play moments ago. Mustangs win the faceoff. Keller, stick check by Chori, but it goes behind the net for Leah. Massarelli from distance, save Waldron, and he's covered the rebound as players continue to push and shove. Chori gets a fistful of glove up into the facial cage, of AJ Leah. And they're both gonna go. For Marion McLean getting their money's worth tonight. They are really trying to shorten the leash on both these teams with 11 minutes left in regulation. And an extra penalty put on the scoreboard, an error on the home side. And I believe both teams are waiting for that to be corrected. Back to action. Shedlock battling in the corner. Keller off the half wall for Lewis. Lewis down low for Colby Bardos, and it goes out of play. PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports in Greensburg. On this Thursday night, winding down week 15 of the regular season, and a fight to the finish, literally in some sense, between these two 1A Gold Division rivals. One of the Mustangs losing an edge. That's Tyler Bardos. Colby Bardos backing him up. Mustangs in a delayed offside situation, and a hand pass ultimately called on Plum midway through this latest penny power play. Plum in control of this puck with 10 minutes left in the third. Will Amon takes a hit from Viola, but plays the puck up ahead. Ledon near side for his defensive partner Smith. Will Amon from center to the corner for McMahon. Alex Amon fanning on that shot from a bad angle. Ben Waldron plays it aside for Held. Held exhausting the area with 15 to go on the Colts penalty kill. Ledon chased by Wichterman, hits the brakes. Alex Amon blasted up high by Held. Szymanski to the puck, and Murphy dumps it into Plum territory. It will be icing on CV with 9:09 remaining. Mustangs trying to resolve a miscommunication at their own bench as Tyler Bardos now has to come off. John Gratton not happy. Riley going out to take the faceoff. Off the draw, it's poked by Szymanski. Colts come back to center. With it is Wichterman. Wichterman above the circle from an angle. That's off a couple of objects, a skate and a stick. Matt Amon around the boards. Wichterman cuts it off. Wraparound by Venero and a save there by Griffin. Oh, Venero almost cashed in with his quick hands. He was one of the top playmakers in 1A as a freshman last season. 10 assists this season to go with his 5 goals. Colts battling for possession, forced back to center by Bardos and company. Mustangs work it behind the CV net midway through the period, and a shot put just wide by Colby Bardos. He had Waldron leaning the wrong way too. Colts get it to center red. Venero goes down but bounces right back up. Matt Amon around the boards for Lewis. Chori with a steal. Leah turning it over to Viola. Viola out in front for Chori. Chori forcing the save. Colts have the rebound. It's put off the defender. Is it in? No, it's not. That bounced wide somehow and stayed out. Pass up top to Szymanski. Mustangs in a bit of disarray here. Held through a crowd. Oh, what a stop there! Brody Griffin with left-handed larceny. "28 saves for Griffin, and perhaps none better than that one to keep it a 1-1 affair. Szymanski trying to help the Colts reorganize here in their own zone. Eftimitis through center. Eftimitis with a dump in. Will Amon turning it over to Szymanski. And the Mustangs come back in transition. Alex Amon centering it off the skate of one of the Mustangs. That's Ledon who couldn't control that pass. And Waldron will cover it up. Now, it certainly feels like a playoff game. Both teams trying to improve their stead. Plum trying to climb into a playoff position as Waldron turns aside that attempt. Chartiers Valley trying to move to within 1 point of clinching a playoff spot, but they'll need to win in regulation tonight in order to accomplish that feat. Colts win the own zone faceoff. Shedlock reversing it quickly. It's turned over. Cleared but not out. Messarelli had that shot deflect wide of goal. And it sneaks in somehow. The Mustangs were whacking, the Mustangs were hacking, and the Mustangs have scored with 6:35 to play. Cole Tomaine makes it a 2-1 contest. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show. The sophomore with his first varsity goal, just jamming away at a puck up against a post that somehow snuck underneath Waldron to give Plum the lead. Shorey gains center red and sends it in. Waldron thought he had that puck frozen, but Cole Tomaine, the sophomore, had other ideas. And his first ever varsity goal looms quite large for the visitors. Tornabin going after it for CV. It bounces off a couple of skates to one of the Colts. That save made by Gribben. The rebound played away from the reach of Jackson Shorey. Szymanski trying to keep it in off his foot. Chance the other way for Colby Bardos. Bardos for Lewis. Lewis forcing the save. Bardos overskated the rebound. Great pass there to Shorey. Shorey forcing the blocker save from Gribben. Colts throw it cross ice. Lewis clearing the zone himself. Viola dropping it for Held. Held cross ice for Szymanski, who has the Colts' only goal. Held from center. Held interrupted by Colby Bardos. Those two tied up again at the red line as we approach the final 5 of regulation. Cole Tomaine, an unlikely hero potentially for the Plum Mustangs, who have taken a 2-1 lead over the Chartiers Valley Colts. Plum trying to flip the scoreline of the last meeting between these clubs and move ahead of Greensburg-Salem for that last playoff spot in 1A Gold. Colts have it at the bottom of the circle. Eftimitis now behind the net. Diving poke check there by Keller. Szymanski around the boards for Tornabin. Bardos hit up high. Szymanski trying to play it on the half wall. Alex Amon gets it deep for Plum. Shedlock out for Venero. Ledon, first man to it for Plum. He gets shut from behind by the sophomore. Shedlock going D to D with DeAngelis. Chory through center. Chory from an angle. Gribben making that save. Shedlock takes the check but loses the puck in the process. Tyler Bardos for Varengia. A nifty maneuver there by Vinny Venero, unable to get around Matt Amon. Varengia along the boards up to center. Shedlock trying to sneak into the Plum zone. Mustangs provide further resistance. A miscue there, and a turnover. Tournament that forces to save the rebound. It's smashed in! Bryce Wichterman has tied it at 2 with 2:54 remaining. Hit that horn, baby. Let's dance. The freshman's 7th of the season. And Gribben is consoled by his teammates as the Cardiac Colts make it a new hockey game. And Gribben might have actually broken his goaltender's stick in frustration, if not trying to make that save on the follow-up attempt. But Wichterman makes no mistake on that second chance. And the Colts have tied it late. Chory flips it into the protective netting. Officially, it's Wichterman from DeAngelis and Tornabin. Tornabin with 26 points now on his senior campaign. He a PIHL All-Star and one of many breakout stars for Paul Benetti this season. And speaking of rising stars, Bryce Wichterman with a big goal late here in the third period with 2:20 remaining. Ten points now for the rookie in his last 6 PIHL games. Tornabin from the corner to Chory. Chory rocked by Colby Bardos. Mustangs 3-on-2. Centered for Massarelli. Massarelli dispossessed by Held. Here come the Colts counterattacking late. Eftimitis. Chased down by Leah. Plum changing on the fly. Viola giving ground. Up for Szymanski. Szymanski with a dump in. He's hit hard by Keller. Wichterman. Up for Szymanski. Szymanski redirected on goal. Oh, what a save there by goaltender Gribben. And we're going to get more penalties here. Emotions running high on and off the ice. Massarelli's going to be sent off here with 1:24 to play in the third. Roughing the indication as John Gratton refutes the call. Well, whatever explanation he got, Gratton was content with it. A critical Penny power play here for the Chartiers Valley Colts, who just barely keep it inside the line. Tornabin for Szymanski. Szymanski in front, deflected wide. Chori up in arms as he took a hit to the helmet, it looked like. Nothing further called. Venero for Szymanski. Will Amon with a steal. Amon pressing shorthanded. Penalty coming up on the Colts. And Chori is livid. Hooking the call. It's been that kind of night here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. One good turn deserves another. And so, barring further penalties, we'll play 4-on-4 for the rest of regulation and into the sudden victory period, should it be necessary. And Chori gets a 2 and a 10, perhaps for abuse of officials. And now John Gratton will use his timeout with under a minute to play in a 2-2 game. We'll take one, too. It's PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Well, the Colts do have 5 shorties on the year as a team. That's tied for the second most in Class 1A. But one would assume they're just trying to get through these next 50 seconds. That puck deflected out of play. Well, Plum has already collected one 4-on-4 goal tonight. Can they pull another rabbit out of their hat here before regulation time expires? Ledon to Colby Bardos. Out in front, went past everybody. Half a minute left in the third. Leah from center. He's checked. Venero across the line for the Colts. Vinny Venero. Escorted into the boards by Keller. 20 to go. Colts trying to retreat hastily now as Colby Bardos plays it over the line. Venero scoops it up with 10 seconds left. Tornabin from center with 5 left. One last chance maybe for the Colts, but they're not going to get a shot on goal. 51 minutes, not enough to the Play It Again Sports Greensburg overtime we go in Mount Lebanon, with the Plum Mustangs and Chartiers Valley Colts tied at 2. So Plum with the charity point, regardless of what happens the rest of the way, they have the tiebreaker over Greensburg-Salem, so Plum technically now is in a playoff position with that 1 point. Chartiers Valley also has earned a point tonight. Their magic number to clinch a playoff berth is down to 6. And make that 5 now, the magic number for the Colts as we update our math. 5, the magic number. And the Colts will try to get that magic number to dwindle down even further as we prepare for an NHL-style 3-on-3 overtime period for 3 minutes. The teams will play 4-on-4 hockey for 36 more seconds. Then, presumably, the Mustangs will get a 4-on-3 penny power play for 32 seconds. Everybody got that? The nightcap has not been boring. Let's just put it that way. And overtime is underway. Keller, Leah, and Bardos out there. It'll actually be a 3-on-3 conventional hockey to begin the OT period before Plum gets that 4-on-3 advantage. Bardos trying to go to Keller in front. Meanwhile, Venero, Held, and Shamansky are the trio for CV out there to begin the extra period. The Colts have iced the puck with 27 seconds off the OT clock. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4, or 3-on-3 as it were. Colts win the own zone faceoff. Held, pressured by Leah. Reversing the play. Up now for Tornabin. Austin Tornabin over the line. Has a trailer in Shamansky. Gets blasted by Keller. Plum on the penny power play for under 20 seconds. Keller into the offensive zone. He is lit up by Tornabin. Massarelli has it. Massarelli in front. Score! Max Keller wins it in overtime for the Plum Mustangs. Happy New Year, Mocha Joe. On a night replete with penalties on both sides, Max Keller ends it 58 seconds into overtime with his 5th goal of the season. And this time it's the Mustangs who get offense from their defense. The win streak is now 6 for the visitors. They have 21 points. They have, as of now, a 1-point lead on Greensburg-Salem for the last playoff berth in Class A Gold. The Colts, as of now, tied in the points column with Mars, each team with 37 points, as those two teams get set to square off next Thursday night on Char Valley Senior Night. Thank you, Dustin Beck, Ethan Stewart, Todd Kazarowski, Austin McLean. Thank you for watching and listening. Plum upends Chartiers Valley 3-2 in overtime. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. And you've been watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports Greensburg.
It's a PIHL.
Skate. Venero with space. That save made by Gribben. The rebound. They try to go 5-hole. Do the Colts. Tornabin unable to ram it in. Gribben was sitting on top of that puck. Held just inside the line. Gets rid of it for Wichterman. Back to Tyler Held. Held from center point. I'll take that. Thank you very much, says the soft. But Chori recovers it for the Colts. Held from the point. That one was blocked. And Gribben snatches it out of the atmosphere. Outlet pass intended for Venero. And a hard hit on one of the Colts. Another penalty. Colts have the rebound. Venero up top for Held. Held through traffic. It takes a bounce, and Gribben retaliating against the Colts as one of the Chartiers Valley forwards was knocked down at or after the whiff. Turnover at the side of the net, out in front. A save by Waldron, point blank, but a penalty forthcoming. And it's the CV captain, Dylan Shamansky, going off for tripping. So we'll play about a minute of 4-on-4 as Anthony Smith nuzzles that nylon from 40 feet. Tyler Bardos protecting that puck from Held. Out in front it comes, and the shot airmailed by Amon. It's loose in front, and somehow it didn't cross the line. Wins the draw. Held. Back to Szymanski. Szymanski upstairs. Gribben, found it. And he's got it in that left hand. Held for Szymanski. Szymanski. Score! You want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts! The captain scores on the penny power play. And Chartiers Valley ties the game late in the second period. Wichterman cuts it off. Wraparound by Venero and a save there by Griffin. Oh, Venero almost. Cash. Mustangs work it behind the CV net midway through the period, and a shot put just wide by Colby Bardos. Oh, and stayed out. Pass up top to Szymanski. Mustangs in a bit of disarray here. Held through a crowd. Oh, what a stop there! Brody Griffin with left-handed larceny. Out. Messarelli had that shot deflect wide of goal. And it sneaks in somehow. The Mustangs were whacking, the Mustangs were hacking, and the Mustangs have scored with 6:35 to play. Szymanski trying to keep it in off his foot. Chance the other way for Colby Bardos. Bardos for Lewis. Lewis forcing the save. Bardos overskated the rebound. Overskated the rebound. Great pass there to Chori. Chori forcing the blocker save from Gribben. A miscue there and a turnover. Tournament that forces the save the rebound. It's smashed in! Bryce Wichterman has tied it at 2 with 2:54 remaining. Hit that horn, baby. Let's dance. Up for Szymanski. Szymanski redirected on goal. Oh, what a save there by goaltender Gribben. And we're going to get by Tournament. Massarelli has it. Massarelli in front. Score! Max Keller wins it in overtime for the Plum Mustangs. Happy New Year, Mocha Joe.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.